Antonio Basoli, 1774–1848, was an Italian painter, interior designer, scenic designer, and engraver, active mostly in Bologna. Biography. He was born in Castel Guelfo. His first teacher was his father, Lelio Andrea Basoli. His education was motivated by an insatiable and constant interest in classic art, classic and contemporary literature, and the works, decorations and inscriptions of Piranesi. He often worked alongside his brothers, Francesco and Luigi Basoli. In 1803 till his death he became docent of ornamentation and the next year, professor at the Accademia delle Arti di Bologna until 1826. During his time at the Accademia he developed a close friendship with fellow pupils Domenico Corsini and Pelagio Palagi. He worked for a time in the studio of Petronio Fancelli. Works. In 1801–1803, he painted frescoes at a few sites in the Friuli, including Casa Muratori in Trieste and a palace in Spilimbergo. Basoli worked as a set and curtain sipario designer, as well as decorator for various theatres around Bologna such as the Marsilio Rossi Theatre, the Teatro Comunale di Bologna, and, in particular, the Theatre Contavalli, 1814. Sadly, most of his works survive only through references to them such as detailed production, sketches, watercolors and engravings, amongst which the Acquaintance from Collezione di Vericine Teatrali, started in 1821. In addition to his decorations at these theatres, he also decorated the Palazzo Rosselli del Turco, Palazzo Sanguinetti and Palazzo Herculani. Basoli was also offered commissions for scenography from theatres in Rome in 1815, and from Naples, by request of Gioacchino Rossini, in 1818, both of which he refused. However, in 1818 he did decide to take a trip to Milan, where he visited the Sala San Quirico, the studio of the most important scenic designer of La Scala, from which Basoli found inspiration for the set design for the opera Semiramide in 1820, the set for a production of Oedipus the King at the Theatre Contavalli in 1822, and lastly, the background paintings for the scenes at the Theatre of Cavalieri dell'Union in Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna in 1822. During this same period he produced, amongst others, important works at the Villa Marescalci and the Palazzo Bassiocchi. Among his exhibitions at the Academy of Bologna were collections of romantic canvases with exotic themes. For example, in 1842, he exhibited a series of 16 oil paintings più affascinanti e immaginifici, very fascinating and imaginative, depicting the four colossi of Memnon in Egypt, the port of Rhodes, likely including the Colossus, Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon, likely including Hanging Gardens, the famous equestrian statue of Domitian in Rome, destroyed in antiquity during his Damnatio Memoriae. Paintings depicted 4 parts of the globe: Europe, Asia, Africa, and America, and 5 famous ancient temples, including Osiris and Isis in Egypt, Fu Temple in China, Zeus in Olympia, Diana in Ephesus. They also depicted a city of Pegu, now Burma, an Arab tomb, the Great Hall of Charlemagne, and the magic palace of the sorceress Alcina. Typical of his designs, merging art and erudition, he later created 26 vignette compositions, depicting an archaeologic alphabet in form of watercolors, called his Alfabeto Pittorico. Publications: Raccolta di prospettive serie, Rustici di Paesaggio, 1810. Guarnizioni diverse di maniera antica, 1814. Port della Città di Bologna, 1817. Esemplare di elementi d'ornato che contiene lo studio della pianta da canto, 1817. Collezione di vari scene teatrali. 1821. Compartimenti di camere. 1827. Veget pittoreca della città di Bologna. 1833. Definizioni geometriche. 1837. Raccolta di diversi ornamenti. 1838. Alfabeto pittorico. 1839. Basoli. Antonio. 2006. La vita artistica di Antonio Basoli. Bologna. Minerva Edizioni. 9,788,873,811,527. Basoli. Antonio. 1969. Collezione di vari scene teatrali. New York. Benjamin Blom. Smithsonian Museum. Collection of Basoli's works. Comune. Municipality of Castel Guelfo di Bologna. Antonio Basoli. Ornatista. Scenografo. Pittore di paesaggio. Exhibition at the Pinacoteca Nazionale di Bologna, 15 April 2008 in collaboration with the Comune. Municipality of Bologna. 1. Link to over 200 pictures of Basoli's work. 2. Basoli's alphabet. 3.